Hiya friends! We are back with the fourth video for the Crashdown. Today we are building a campsite. Obviously every great venue needs to have somewhere for people to stay. Not everyone can afford the luxurious B&B, but everyone can afford a campground. And as you can see, I have brought in a friend, a master, Miss Ditzie. She is here with me to help build this campground. And thank goodness. I'm sure it's going to shock you to hear that I didn't have a plan, just a loose idea about what I wanted to do. So Ditzie came in and helped kind of unpack my plan, and I think she did a great job. Well, you'll see. So obviously we started here with this magnificent campfire. We wanted there to be a central location where all of the people who are staying there could come and gather and visit. And one of my favorite parts of this campfire here are the broken fences. I love that they look like you could just grab one of those and throw it on the fire. If you recognize those broken fences from the deep mine, it actually worked out really well. And we of course dug a little trench around it so no one's gonna jump in the fire and get burned. Next we have tent design. Obviously a campground. We thought we should make a few tents that were, a 2-man tent. And we're going to do a couple family tents. There are only a couple ways you can do a tent. You can have it go all the way to the ground, or you can start it one up. We tried it both ways, obviously. And then the rope fence, we thought, added a little to it where it looks like the pole at the front of your tent. We go back and forth with that. We actually changed it a bit. And we decided not to put our tents all the way to the ground. As with all my builds, it's never right the first time. After looking at where the other tents were going to go, I decided I needed to move it back one to make it work. As we all know, I need it to be even Steven. and so I had to back it up so it was far enough away from the campfire to make sense. I would love to see some new colors of the fabric so we can do tents other than red, because it's that fabric look that really makes the tents look like tents, you know what I mean? Appreciate Ditzie's family tent here for a second. And it was her idea to put the fencing around the sides so it looks like the stakes of the tent. Just amazing. Well done. Well done, Ditzie. Every good campsite needs a restroom facility, somewhere to go wash off your day. So I am building a large, usable restroom area. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy making these. So I took it upon myself to build this facility while Ditzie was finishing up the campground area with the tents, and I thought, you know what, I'll make us a latrine. As I was building, I was thinking, you know what, maybe I should make it so that it matches the ones we already have, so it looks like it's a cohesive campground with the area. Hadn't thought of that before, but obviously you want it to blend so it looks like you're at one spot instead of just different spots plopped down. So I did end up using the same materials that I had used at the other restrooms near the stage area. Checking in with Ditzie here. She's doing a great job, obviously. Putting in picnic tables behind the tents. So, as a supervisor, I did nothing to help her. I just put out some coffee mugs. She was doing such a great job. She didn't need my help. But as you can see now, we've called in for help, and Floetry B has joined us now. Yay, Flo! She came to help with the landscaping. And look at this. Ditzie, amazing Ditzie, thought, hey, we need a first aid tent if we're gonna have this huge venue. And obviously we did. Thank you, Ditzie. And it turned out amazing. So I go to tweak my restroom and totally left Flo on her own over there with Ditzie. They are amazing at doing the landscaping, y'all. I am not great at that. I don't have an eye for that. I am more of a building kind of person, so I had all the confidence in the world that they were doing amazing work as I was trying to tweak this little rest area next to the bathrooms. Of course, at a UFO festival, you have to have a restroom that's an all-species restroom. So there it is. Everyone welcome. Now checking in here with the ladies, and it's looking great. I don't know why I keep checking on my bathroom. It's not doing anything else. But these women have been planting trees, been putting down grass. As Flo would tell you, it's the camo grass, and it looks amazing. I just can't tell you. There's no way I could have made it look as good as these ladies did. And now for our pond area. This pond was just a natural pond that was in this part of the island. And so I thought we should maybe utilize it for the campground, just maybe somewhere to come hang out if you don't want to join the festival. So as you can see, this is pre-update using the old chairs. but it looks amazing. Really get to see what's going on here with the growing trees and whatnot, and it's looking amazing. I just couldn't get over the difference between just a flat ground with tents and then once you add all of the trees, all the rocks, all of the greenery, just the transformation that the campground took. I was just in awe of how beautiful it was looking. I can't sing the praises of these women enough. They did an amazing job. So here's where I am not really doing anything. I'm just supervising now. I'm walking around just amazed at how beautiful everything's turning out. I think at one point I had gone off and worked on a different part of this project, and when I came back, look at this. It's just gorgeous. Let's just take a bird's eye view and appreciate the beauty for a second, shall we? All right, now we're getting serious with our boundaries here. There was some crocodigators came, and so we decided we need to build a fortress, basically. So this rock fence was an amazing idea. I don't remember if it was Ditzie or Flo. They were both full of great ideas. But I love the way that this rock looks, and the crocodiles did not come back. Alright, so I had to say goodbye to my ladies. So I started building the registration tent. Now this one I did have kind of an idea in my head what I wanted it to look like. And you can see now that I do have the pergola, I do have the new stuff, and I was eager to use some of that. So I knew I wanted to use that as like a walkway coming up to the registration tent, somewhere with a little bit of shade maybe. But besides that, it was just all willy-nilly. But it did turn out amazing. You have to trust the process, you know? As I kept going on this build, I actually really liked it more and more. I wasn't sure. First, I wasn't sure what I was going to do at all. But I wasn't sure how I was going to make it look how it was in my head, you know? But I think with every build, the more you go and it just keeps going and going, and it's like a ball of clay. You keep forming it, you keep reworking it, and eventually it turns out exactly the way you envisioned it. Amazing. Dinkum's amazing. So I am now going back and reworking this whole pond situation with the new things. I wasn't going to leave the old stuff, obviously, but I also went back, did some camp maintenance, as you do when you own a campground, I guess. I wanted to sprinkle in some of the new items. I really thought those stumps would look amazing next to the campfire, and I was seeing whether or not I liked the bench or the stumps better. Spoiler, I like them both, so I kept them. I kept them both because, you know, sometimes you want to sit by yourself, sometimes you want to sit with a friend. You just never know. And with all my builds, as I've said again and again, it never works out the first time. I totally forgot to lay path down before I put all the other things down, so down it comes. Down goes the path, and then up comes the rest of the stuff again. I think we all go through that, right? You do 2 different steps before you realize there was a step before that you had to finish first. That's right. It's an easy fix. Just a couple things, and it's all good to go. My secret little staff area back here. I really did like the way that turned out, and I was very excited to find the little picnic basket. Bonus. Back to the water, and guess what? My friend Ditzie's back. Thank goodness. I needed a landscaping expert. So I think what we decided pretty quickly is that I wasn't going to be okay with the pond being just all randomly shaped. I needed it to be a little bit molded like an actual pool. And in the end, we decided to make it an actual pool. We thought about keeping it natural for like a minute. And then it was like, but why would we do that when we have all of this amazing new tiles we could put down? If it's a pool, we can make it a specific shape. And, you know, I like things even, Steven. So yes, obviously we're going to turn it into a pool and use some of our new tiles and just make it beautiful. I think we all know that I was going to have to line those up eventually. There was no way I was going to be able to keep it the way it was. And down comes the old furniture, because of course I realized that I had those hammocks and I needed to have the hammocks at the pool because that's what I would be looking for if I were here. I feel like all of the tweaking of everything after the build is what takes the most time. Is it just me? But getting all of the little decorations, all the little just features to make it like an actual space that people live in and visit. It's all those little things that really make it pop, right? And being Boozy, I was appalled that I hadn't already put a tiki bar by the pool, but don't you worry. It's coming. It's coming. Satellite came out of nowhere, I tell you that, but because we're at the crash site, I thought we just need to leave that there because that goes with the whole lore of the area. While I had been doing all that, Ditzie had been zhuzhing up the registration area with a nice little yard and a fence. And thank goodness, because obviously if you had a registration area, it would be somewhere that people could come and enjoy, and it would look beautiful. Thank you, Ditzie. It did look beautiful. We were going to leave the big sand area between the registration and the restrooms just an open space. And then we both kind of thought, what if there was a boat dock? And Ditzie reminded me of how beautiful these pergolas look as a dock. So that's what we did. We started making a dock with the pergola. And I mean, it changed the whole look of that area. All of these new items, it's just amazing what you can do with them. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Shout out to the new floor lights. I was going to leave just the lamps like that because I thought it framed it pretty well. But if I added a couple more, it would almost work as a fencing so people didn't fall off the sides. That's what I decided to do instead. I love how plans and ideas evolve with these things, and it always ends up better than you could have ever imagined. And just like that, Ditzie's gone. But here is our beautiful Travis Walton campgrounds. If you don't know who Travis Walton is, you need to look him up. So coming in, we start with the first aid station with its fire truck. There was also other emergency vehicles back there. But that was just such a stroke of genius. Obviously, a first aid tent. If anyone's ever been to a festival, you know things happen that you don't plan on. And there's our emergency jet ski, in case we need to make a water rescue. Baywatch style. Coming up on our family tents, because families do go to festivals together. Individual tents. Picnic tables. You can see we swapped out for the tables with the update. Love those little tables, and those benches go perfectly with them. Individuals are our two-person tents. I think it framed that center campfire so well. This giant bonfire, I love this. This might be my favorite part. I can just imagine coming there at night, you know, sitting with my coffee or whatever. And then our restroom, our little seating area with snack machines, what I'm calling snack machines. Functional restroom with where you can wash up at the sink, do what you gotta do. Compost toilet, obviously, it's a campground. I'm very impressed with myself over this restroom area. Our gorgeous pool where you can sleep, relax, just chill, get away from everybody at the festival and just come sit here. Tiki bar, obviously. Can't believe we almost forgot the tiki bar. And the one thing that we almost didn't do was the boat dock. But how wonderful. You come here to stay and there are boats that you can just use, go out on the ocean. I think this was an amazing addition to the campground. And then our registration tent. I think that turned out beautifully as well. I like how the curtain frames the door of that back like log cabin. You've got your bulletin board of events that are coming up. And these trees made this look amazing with the little tables that you can come sit in the morning with your coffee, and the secret staff area in the back for the rangers, security, first aid people, somewhere they can come and hang out away from all of the festival people. This campsite really did turn out so much better than I had even imagined. Thank you, Ditzie. Thank you, Flo. It's beautiful, and I could not have done it without you. Until next time, guys. Bye.